Hello everyone. Today we are excited to announce that we are going to release TRIRIGA slash MREF HSE module, which is an accelerator to supplement any of TRIRIGA modules, but mainly on operation and maintenance module of TRIRIGA. So let's dive into the demo and I will show you what functionality and features we have built for your organization who might be really needing to have some safer work environment for their technicians, for their workforces when they go on field, making sure that they are very safe. Your organization is compliance with all the safety protocols and so on and so forth. So let's dive into the demo system. So this is the HSE application. On the left hand side navigation panel, you can see under maintenance module we have HSE application navigation item. Once I click here, I am navigated to this landing page where I can see some of the HSE applications like permit to work, which is used to make sure that before any work is started, the work is quite safe, making sure any lockout, tagout, isolations processes are in place, any hazard is taken into consideration, all the approvals are in place, and any if you have any kind of incident, finding any incident on site related to your assets, you can report that. You can also initiate investigations based on a specific incident you find at the site at a specific site, as well as you can initiate audit and inspections to make sure that your organization is compliance with health and safety related procedures and processes, as well as management of change, where you can create any kind of management of change process, be it related to your assets, configurational changes, or employee related changes, people related changes, or any procedural changes in your day-to-day activity which relates to your HSC functionality. I will now jump into permit to work. For today's demo, I will show you permit to work, but just so you know that these all applications are also available. You can go directly from this application, or once I click here, I can go to permit to work application. I can create a specific permit to work record right from this screen as a new record, or I can also go into a specific existing record. So let me get into one of the existing record which I have created for this demo. So in this permit to work record, I can see that this permit is created for the replacement of insulation panels on heat exchanger. I also know as a permit controller or supervisor that this where exactly the work is going to happen, the location, which asset is being affected, what are permit types, and and some other permit details which can really catch permit controller attention or anyone who is dealing with this specific record. What is the status of the work area it is hot related work. So hot work is quite vivid once you open the record, along with some user information who has reported this and who has initiated this permit to work processes. Now I will go here and on hazard and risk tab. So here you can see this is hazard related information. I can see that temperature is above 180 degrees Celsius, and I am trying to capture as a safety officer what are the things which I can capture. So I'm saying there is a fire explosion that might happen and risk is medium. Some more details about that. Gloves related information. Similarly, if I open this specific record, I'm capturing some information related to slip hazard, that there is a condensate on floor near exchanger. So that is found. Risk is medium. So those all informations are captured. And once you capture this information, you also at the same time initiate approval processes. And these approval processes, you can see here, I have also captured all the approver list, which who are going to approve at various stages for this permit. So these are operation supervisor, safety officer, and isolation authority are the roles who is going to review this all the information captured on this record. Here I can also show you that there's a approval already. This record has gone through the approval cycle, and you can see that at each specific approval stage, what for example, operation supervisor has provided comment that operations have aligned with maintenance window, safe to proceed for all the activities, isolation, or any kind of safety procedures which you want to implement. Similarly, you have here safety officer, which is saying that PPE, personal protective equipment compliance confirmed, heat resistant gloves and FR clothing available. And isolation authority is saying during his or her approval process that lock box is assigned and key is secured. So these all information you can provide during your approval process. Let me revise this so that it will look more right now, since it is already at active status. So a lot of feeds are not in editable mode. So once I revise this record, it will again be in editable mode, and you can further edit that record and send that for the approval. So here, as you can see, that this is the now I am able to edit this various informations related to my work. And similarly, I am also able to see my approver list. I can add some more approvals in my list. Along with, I have also isolation details captured. So during isolation process, I might want to log certain devices or valves to make sure that when technician goes there to perform certain job, they are safe. So as a isolation authority, I'm saying that this is a log isolation method is going to be locked. Here you have various options. You can see what are the isolation type. You can have similarly the device or valve which is going to be impacted and the isolation state. So those all information you can provide here, and then you can once you save and close, you can again activate, or also I have option to further initiate approval for at certain stage. So let me show you that specific record. So if I go here, and one of the record is already, yeah, this is already in approval. So if I open this specific record, so this record, if you see here, this just now sometime back it was created, and here you can see that at any specific stage, if you have entered all the hazard and risk related information, and if you want to initiate any approval processes and initiate approvals for that specific information, you can initiate the approval right from this screen. Similarly, once you input all the isolation related information, you can initiate at each isolation stage, you can initiate isolation approval, and then further it will go along the approval cycle, and approvers can further provide some comment the way earlier I was showing you here. All the comments can be seen related to your approver at various stages. Here also, like here I was talking about, and on this screen there are a lot of comments which earlier I showed you. So various comments related to isolation has been made, and before you send anything for your approval, you can also attach some documents. So for example, I have also attached isolation panel here just for the reference. Without downloading, you can see that panel picture uh, right on this screen. Similarly, and you can even download that. Similarly, you can see the PDFs related to your hot work condition and what steps you need to follow. So those all information can be captured for before you initiate any kind of approval process. Related records, you can create any kind of incidents right on the fly. So here you have option to create incident, and as well as you have option to create work orders right from this screen, or any associated work orders if you have, you can also create that. You can see that on this screen. So that's all for today's session. Let me know if you want to discuss further, and want to explore the functionality more in details. I will be happy to discuss further. My contact information and phone number is on this screen, so you can always reach out if you want to explore further. Thank you so much for watching this, and really appreciate your time.